Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. Shouts out to all my troopers out there. Hope all is well, man. I am your host, CueBracey, back in here with another red pill for you fellas, man. And today, we're going to be talking about women coming to a realization that they don't have anything to offer in a relationship. I'm not going to talk your head off. Let's play the clip.
Offer a man nothing. So the point of me making this live was basically I realized today that I have nothing to offer a man. Nothing.
Now, the scary part is this. If she realized that today, then what did she think she had to offer before? That's the $1 million question.
And I feel like it took, number one, it took me 32 years to realize it because I just found that out today. So I was today years old when I realized it. And then it took me a lot of pride swallowing to be able to admit it. I'm going to tell you why I feel the way I feel. This is not based off anyone else. This is only based off myself. But I just wanted to share it just in case it may help somebody else. I feel like I don't have anything to offer to a man because a man asked me what I had to offer him. And it was the way he asked that made me realize that I don't. He simply stated, I realize that you're single, but tell me what would I benefit from having you as my woman? Now, outside of the basics like, oh, I look nice, I can cook, I work, I didn't have nothing else to offer. And the reason I realized that I didn't is because I got to thinking about myself. And all I've been doing for so many years is just working and taking care of kids. I don't know necessarily what I'm into. So there goes hobbies.
We don't care about those anyways. Let me say this. Because I'm into spirituality and I study things like this, right? One of the most unfortunate things is a lot of times what happens is when we separate ourselves from nature, we separate ourselves from very important knowledge and information. And the current human being is so, especially in Western civilizations, is so separated from nature that many of the things that we knew, we don't know anymore. Many of the things that were passed down, they don't get passed down like they used to. In life, you have building blocks. You have things that are necessities. And there's 4 things that are actually necessities. Food, clothing, shelter. Well, I say 5. Food, clothing, shelter, water, and people. Human beings need human beings. One of the worst things you could do is put a human being in solitary confinement. And so the fact that, we have this lapse in information from our parents about how to operate in a relationship properly, this 2-generation lapse, what happens is now people are lost and they're finding out the truth when it's too late because nothing can be done to change. It is what it is. So when she says she found this out at 32, she already has children. The things that she had to bring to the table, she already gave those things away to somebody else. So now it's like too late almost. And when you add on to the fact that men are the minority, for every 1 man is 4 women, at least, then any man of value has his pick out here of who he wants to be with and what he wants to do. So, but, I was watching this documentary on Netflix called High on the Hog. And in that documentary, they talked about how, it was a young lady who was coming back to the land that her parents or grandparents grew up on. They moved up north. And when she was on the land, she was pretty much taken aback by all the things that she didn't know about her history, her heritage, about how to grow food, how to live off the land. And Now that she is on the land, she's like, wow, all of this information was just gone. Now, in that same documentary, her uncle is getting ready to lose some land due to eminent domain. They getting ready to knock it down and put a highway through. So if she wouldn't have came, she wouldn't have had the knowledge. See, once you have the knowledge, you can go to another piece of land. When they inherited that land, it was barren and they made it fruitful. But without that knowledge, you have to start all over again and learn the things that your parents didn't teach you, right? So we have to get back to spreading this knowledge and information so that our children won't be lost. But obviously, this is the plan of the devil, for us to lose this information and then be stuck like Chuck. Let's go.
Not necessarily sure my feminine level of energy, because majority of my relationships I wore the pants. So how can you as a woman offer to be a woman to a man if you've never fully been a woman? I am a woman because I'm a female, but I'm talking about like actually be a woman, like to a man. I've never experienced that, so I don't know what that feels like. So I can't honestly say that I have anything to offer as far as a woman outside of just being a woman. So that means all I really do have to offer is some pussy because I'm a woman and we have one. That's really not enough. I can't honestly say I can embark.
I'm glad she admits that. That's important to admit. Yesterday, this woman was like, what do men offer? Men don't offer nothing but money, and most of them are trash in the bedroom. See, yeah, I'm glad she said that, because that's a very important thing to get over. Let's go.
I can offer you a nurturing environment because I'm too frustrated about the children that I have and the lack of help that I have with them. So it's like I can't necessarily be so nurturing to you when I'm frustrated at the amount of nurturing that I'm already doing. So therefore, I know I can't offer you that. I can offer cooking for you, but then to me, it comes at a price, because if you're coming and you're sitting and you're eating my food and you're not providing any of it, I'm a feel away. So now I'm...
Yeah, with these type of women, we say stay away from them, but if you was going to deal with her, guess what? You got to take it slow. Like, real slow. Like, she has to be okay at this point with being a rotation piece. And she has to be okay with the idea that, you gonna call her once every 2 weeks. You gonna take her out to eat. You gonna call her and be like, what you doing? And you gonna pop over there and get some mac and cheese and some dino chicken nuggets. But women need men. So without a man there to even hold her down every other week, she's not getting any love. See, the man is the giver of love. The woman that gives the respect. See, and so it's a great relationship, but you gotta have enough reverence to hold it down, realize your position, and be like a moth to a flame for that man. So maybe he puts you in a rotation every week. But the way that things are going out here, you're going to need one man to like 6 women, and he's not taking care of the kids. He's taking care of you so you could take care of your own kids.
I'm offering you bitterness. That's not anything a man wants. Why would you want a bitter female? Well, I'm bitter because of my own merits. So it's not your job to fix the bitterness. It's my job to fix. As much as I want a man to come to me ready, able to provide, work, and handle himself, I think that me as a female, I need to have my emotions in check, because if a man wants peace, I don't have any, because I'm frustrated. I'm bitter. I'm emotional. I'm upset. So I made this video because today I realized that I don't have anything to offer a man outside of good looks. And I learned that I don't want...
And you got another rude awakening coming if that's what you think you have to offer the men.
a man for just his looks. So how can I be so selfish and only offer a bare minimum and expect so much? That is some unfair shit. Now, I don't know about all these other females. Other females may not agree or even feel the way I feel about the children that I have and the lack of help that I have with them. So it's like food and you're not providing any of it, I'm a feel away. So now I'm offering you bitterness. That's not anything a man wants. Why would you want a bitter female? Well, I'm bitter because of my own merits. So it's not your job to fix the bitterness. It's my job to fix. As much as I want a man to come to me ready, able to provide, work, and handle himself, I think that me as a female, I need to have my emotions in check, because if a man wants peace, I don't have any, because I'm frustrated. I'm bitter. I'm emotional. I'm upset. So I made this video because today I realized that I don't have anything to offer a man outside of good looks. And I learned that
Well, now I think you are at a great place that be at a turning point, though. If you are willing to, if you want to come out of that, you know, this is me. This is Q. Get what I'm saying? Like, I'm cut from a different cloth, to be honest. So I was raised by my father. So my whole mindset is different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not telling you to marry somebody like Kevin Samuels, but I'm saying that, you know, just because you can't make it to the league, you know, doesn't mean you can't play basketball. You can still go play basketball if you love basketball. You know, just because you disqualified yourself from certain things doesn't mean that it's over for you to be in a relationship. It just means that you have to really become okay with the fact that you are not who you think you are. So this is a great turning point for her. You know what I'm saying? If the box don't smell like, you know, garbage, you know what I'm saying, and she got a couple nice moves under her belt, you know what I'm saying, and she willing to take some instruction, you know, get those nose rings out, and you know what I'm saying, maybe, you know, do something with that hair that's a little bit different, you know what I'm saying. If she willing to take some advice, she can get you can make any woman feminine. And if you just made this woman feminine, you would change her life. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
I don't want a man for just his looks. So how can I be so selfish and only offer a bare minimum and expect so much? That is some unfair shit.
Now that's where you gotta have your turning point at, with your expectations, right? The problem with is not that you can't have it. It's just that you can't have it monogamously.
Now, I don't know about all these other females. Other females may not agree or even feel the way I feel. But I know me. I know the man that I'm looking for and wanting. I'm not even half of him.
This is the problem. The man you're looking for, if you came to the table perfect, this is the issue that we have. This is the knowledge that has been lost when it comes to relationships. That guy that you're looking for is the guy that every other woman's looking for. So even if you was a good woman, you had no children, you had children for that man. There are realities that you have to accept for being with a man like that. And, you know, a lot of these guys too, that's not top tier guys, I just think, I look at this like I look at everything else when it comes to accomplishments and success. People make excuses before they start. People put obstacles in their way before they start because they speak from a place of fear. They don't speak from a place or willingness to, like people say they want to be rich, but they don't really want to be rich. People say that they want to have a good husband, but they don't really want to have a good husband. So instead of just saying, I don't really want to be rich, they go to seminars, they get involved in certain things, or maybe they don't go to seminars, and they make excuses as to why they don't do certain things, because this is going to be like that. And it's all preconceived notions, all preconceived.
So the reason that I'm even talking about all of this is because I watched a video that Steve Harvey had a while ago.
Hey, anytime somebody tell you they watched a video, a relationship video about Steve Harvey, it's a 90% chance that they heard some psychobabble bullshit.
And what he said was that when you're out looking for a spouse, you should find a person that is a cup that is the same type of cup as you. So if you imagined yourself as a water bottle, and this is 2 Ozarka bottles, if you meet a spouse that is just a cap, and then you're a bottle, when you go into pouring into this person, they're a cap. So that means they can only hold a cap full of what you've poured. Well, if you pour everything you got into them, they've only held a cap full amount. So now it's time for them to pour back into you, and all they have is the cap. But you're still this whole bottle. So you expect this little cap to fill all of you up. That doesn't work. So now I'm realizing I've been walking around feeling like a bottle, but really I'm a cat. And I'm out here looking for bottles, and niggas are shaped like bottles, ain't full of shit.
She roasted.
And I have nothing to fill them with. So I'm empty and low, and these men are empty too, and I'm out here mad about it. So I had to take a step back, and I've just learned this. I had to take a step back and look at myself and realize, girl, you don't even have shit to offer while you out here mad at these men. So how about you focus on getting you something to offer a man that would be something that they could walk away from you and feel like, you know what, I can't live without her. Because without her, I can't do this, and this, and this. Because I'm telling you, with me, you can get you some attitude all the bit.
Well, see, yeah, that's not the situation you want a man to be in anyways. You want a man to be able to live without you. You want him to be able to thrive without you. You're his rib. You want him to be able to live without you.
Bitches got attitude. Well, I got one of them. Nobody wants that. And with me, you can
get rid of that.
Get a baby, because I seem to make those, but all the bitches do that. So what about me is going to be different from this next female? I'm about to take the time and figure that shit out. So I just want to share with y'all that some of us ladies may not necessarily have anything to offer a man, and we don't realize that because we feel like we're a woman and that's enough. But if you want a man to be more than just a nigga, then you gonna kind of have to be more than just a bitch.
I definitely appreciate what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate her vulnerability. I appreciate her introspection. And you know, we talk a lot about a lot of things, and you know, here's the grace. The grace is a lot of people there was a lapse in information for a lot of people. These conversations were not being had, right? So kudos to the Red Pill for bringing these conversations to the surface. Kudos to that young man for asking her this question to make her reflect, because this is what it's about. We know something's off. We know something has to be restored. And the fact that men have a voice and are able to talk about these things now is a beautiful thing, because that is the knowledge part that's missing. Because even though there's a lapse of knowledge, there are things that are innate in us when we get back in our proper positions. Because I did a whole, YouTube on morality versus spirituality. How does morality impact spirituality? And the whole thing is, morality is your sense of right versus wrong. And you don't have to necessarily look at a Bible or look at a text to know right from wrong. If you want to know right from wrong, a lot of times you can look at what you don't want to be done to you, what you do want, right? And so at the end of the day, it's like this. When you start putting people in positions, if you was in that position, how would you want things to go? So, what I find with a lot of females is they never actually been in a position. and feminism promised them that they could be in a position. Then they got in that position and realized, I really don't want to be in that position. I'd really rather have a man that's in that position. I'd rather ride in the passenger seat. I don't want to be the driver. But they've been driving for so long that they get anxiety and flip out in the passenger seat. But the point is, as a driver, is certain things that you want. Now, what's funny is that with women having careers and having this level of success, women are finding that they want the same things that men wanted, but they never was able to have that position. So sometimes when it comes to morality, there's a lack of perspective because you've never been in that position. And so yes, there's a difference when you are the leader, when you're responsible, when you are the one who has to answer for why things worked out or didn't work out. And so, but to wrap my point up, the whole idea is we understand innately how to do certain things because we know how we would want things done to us. So like I said, I appreciate her vulnerability. You know, it's great to see where the red pill is going, and we're gonna have more dynamic dialogues like this. So y'all stay tuned, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you would like to support my work, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, and we'll be back in here with more videos for y'all. Peace.